Hi, this is Tim Fairfield of Keysight Technologies. In this video, I'm going to talk about launching remote apps that are non-Infiniium type apps. They may be Keysight apps, but I'm going to use a tool called PYRO4, which will expose the object and let us launch it. PYRO4 is a package for Python that allows you to launch external objects. We're going to be looking at that aspect of that software today. I have an app side server, so quickly, we import OS, import Pyro4. If you don't have that installed, all you have to do is add that to your packages. And essentially, we will launch. And what we're going to do is first, we need the IP address of the server machine. So we've opened up a command prompt and we go IP config. And we have an IP address, which I'm going to use. This is on the server side. So we need to have access to that object. So I'm going to launch this. So let's start this again. So I've already launched it below, but I'm going to run it again. We'll launch this. And here we have a Pyro object. So this is a universal resource locator. This is the object we want to get. So we're going to copy that. On another machine, I'm going to pop that into the remote executor. And we're going to paste that in there. And now we will be able to launch this. I'm doing it on the same machine, but you could run it from a different machine. Now, if I go to launch this, I'm going to run the remote launcher. And it's going to launch this application. Let's wait for it to run. And here we go. We are now launching the M8885RCA DDR5RX test. So I'm going to run a example here. What I'm going to do is I've remoted into a remote machine, different IP address. I've taken the app side server program, and we need to change this to our IP address. My IP address is 10.0.0.99. You can use the IP config command to grab your address, whichever way you like. I'm going to stop this. Now, I'm going to run this again. This is a new address, a new URL. So I'm going to copy that object. I do find that I have some restrictions on copying and paste between these, but I'll get that address over to this side. What I need to do next is go to the remote app launcher with that same Pyro object. And then I'm just going to type all this in. It's going to be a little painful. Let's see if I got that right. Go to the app launcher and everything's good. We're going to leave this running. We're going to launch this remote launcher. There we go. It is launching. Stage one, I typed it in right. It's going to launch the app. Okay, so I'm running offline. This is okay if I'm offline, but if you are running real hardware, of course, you'd want to make sure all that's working. It has launched the test, says ready. I'm just going to move this over. And we're going to run a template, a basic sanity check. I need to put the right IP address. And when I'm trying to check, we're going to program start. We're going to go 10.0.0.99. That's a new address. It's going to print the name of the app that's running. That's number one. And number two, it takes about 30 seconds, like I said, and it'll select a bunch of tests. And then it's going to print the test information, but it's not going to actually execute anything. But it's really a sanity check. Let's see what happens when we run the demo. There we go. It detected the app name. Now we give it a few, maybe 30 seconds. Okay, it looks like it's going now. Yes, it selected the test, and then it completed. Let's see if we run that again, what happens. Okay. It's about 40-second delay in that particular code, but it does work. And that's one way you can go about that. So thank you for watching and happy programming.